Okay, y'all, today I'm gonna attempt like a soup, I guess. I've got some silken tofu, and on the rest of my board here, I have some. I couldn't find shaved beef, so I bought really thin beef steaks and sliced them up, and I've got shrimp and mushrooms and onion and cabbage. So I don't have like an actual pot to cook in. All I have is my little electric cooker. I tried to make some, I'm having a brain fart. Grits. I tried to make some grits. And they like burned and stuck to the bottom of my pan even when it was on the lowest setting. So I'm really hoping that I can make this soup successfully, and I'm hoping that my pot is big enough because it's actually a really small pot. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm gonna plug this in. I really wish that I had like some lemongrass to put in it, but I don't have any, unfortunately. I don't have any broth either, so I'm gonna have to like make a broth, which is fine because I have this stuff. I don't know if it's actually like gluten-free, but it doesn't have gluten ingredients in it, and I'm getting to a point in my life where as long as it doesn't say it has gluten ingredients in it, I'm gonna take the risk because I'm so tired of my diet being limited by labels that say gluten-free. I'm just so sick of it. So we're taking a chance. So far I haven't had any issues, I don't think. Sometimes it can be really hard to tell when you've been glutened. Okay, so I'm gonna get this broth going, and I'm gonna put my veggies in so that way those can start cooking. My beef and my shrimp are gonna go in last. I'm gonna start it off at 250. It only has two temperature settings, 250 and 600. I don't think those are temperature settings, they're watt settings because there's a W afterwards. I don't know what temperature that is. Not entirely sure what watts or what. So I've kind of just been playing with it, learning how to cook with this thing. It's a little irritating, honestly. I wish I had something that had better temperature control, but it works. I got it off of Temu. Okay, so my broth is actually boiling pretty good right now. I added some garlic powder and some chili garlic sauce, and I have these peeled ginger pieces, and I added the liquid from them because I don't have any actual ginger seasoning, spice. I also added a little bit of this seasoned rice vinegar, and I added some soy sauce. So I know it's not a traditional Asian broth, but I don't really have. That's just what I have on hand. So we're making it work. So now I've got a nice little boil going. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my cabbage, onion, and mushrooms. Okay, it's boiling nicely. My cabbage is almost done. Okay. show you what this looks like. Okay, so now I'm gonna put in my beef and shrimp and a couple pieces of tofu. And I went outside, and like I said, I don't have any lemongrass, but I have some lemon thyme. So we're gonna do some lemon thyme, and I have some Thai basil and some sweet basil that I'm gonna put in there right on the top. My eggs are fresh, so I have to rinse it off. Egg is in. Now I'm going to take my beef. See, I cut it into these strips, and I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Have some shrimps. Those are gonna go right in there. Okay, and I have silken tofu. I have not quite figured out how to handle this silken tofu. It just falls apart whenever I try to do anything with it, but I did slice it. Whoop. Apparently that's where it wants to go. So I'm not gonna cut the basil, but I am gonna bruise it up a little bit. These fresh pieces will wait for when I'm eating the sweet basil. Okay, now I'm gonna put the lid on. Okay, my shrimp is cooked, my egg is cooked, my beef is not overcooked, not too much. And I'm gonna top it with this gochujang. I don't know how to say it. Gochujang. Korean chili sauce. It's gluten-free, vegan, no corn syrup. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in here. I'm gonna put
a teeny tiny bit more soy sauce in there, just on top. Okay, mostly on the tofu. There it is. Okay, I have my soup. I should put my hair up so that way it doesn't get in the way while I'm eating. Okay, I think I got sunburn on my ears because they're like red and they feel hot and they've been super itchy, like right on the tops of my ears. I think I got sunburn on them. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a shot. I've already smoked a little bit. I have to smoke in order to eat. I have tried a couple times in my life to quit smoking, and I have wound up in the emergency room every time from malnourishment, because after about 2 weeks in to not smoking, I'm not taking a shot of that. After about 2 weeks into not smoking, I start to have a lot of trouble with eating. And I've had this problem ever since I was, gosh, I don't know, like 13, 14. I didn't start smoking until I was like 17. So I had the problem before the smoking. I had a doctor try to tell me that I was having the issue because of my smoking, and she didn't want to listen to me. That it was, I started smoking because of the problem. So unfortunately, edibles don't work on me. I guess my metabolism is too fast. I don't know. I've tried a lot of different forms of edibles, and the only way one ever worked on me, I think the only reason it worked on me was because I hadn't eaten in over 24 hours. So I think that's the only reason it worked on me, was because I literally had nothing else in my system, really. Otherwise, edibles don't work on me. I tried to quit smoking actually at the beginning of last year. And while I was at work, my coworkers were like, "You're very, very pale. You need to take yourself to the hospital." And so I did. And the doctor was like, well, the doctor said the same thing all the doctors always say: just keep smoking. So, I am having a little shot just because it sounded nice. I wish I had some sake. That would be great. But I don't. It's just vodka. I am so hungry. I haven't really eaten much today. I took extra chopsticks from the sushi spot at the grocery store. I walked over there and took some of theirs. I don't have... Hey, look at my spoon. I wonder how that happened. Anyway, I do not have like a soup spoon. I just have these little spoons. But you want to see?
Doesn't that look beautiful? I think I want to start with dipping some shrimps into my yolk.
I mean, it's definitely not pho. And I don't know if it counts as a hot pot. But it's edible. It's good. So, I'm proud of myself for this one. If I had to rate it, giving myself an honest rating, I'd probably give it an 8. It's missing something. I don't know what it is. It's missing something.